Yeah.
My name is Alexey. I'm head of product for one of our units, which is enterprise, and we basically build solutions and help our mid-market and enterprise customers build things like automation, integrations, security features, account management at scale, and basically many other things as well. Wrike kind of amazed me with its transparency. You can see metrics, business metrics, revenue metrics on a Tableau dashboard. People also are very open to feedback. They're very friendly. Business model that I was looking for, I had a lot of experience. So I think those are top 3 reasons, but probably there are so many more as well. In Wrike, we have, I think, four units, and they are all tailored to different parts of the product, and also, sometimes to customer journey. For instance, we have a growth unit, and they are mainly working on the onboarding, trial to, paid conversions, first session, activation, and early adoption. There are a few more, but at enterprise unit, maybe, the name is not ideal as we, progress as the company, and we could, potentially choose another name, but we basically, focus on helping bigger customers to be successful with the Wrike, because when you, start as a small team working in a work management system, project management system, it's very different when you have, 10 teams, 15, 20 teams running hundreds of projects. It's very different because, if you're a program manager, you need to manage these projects at scale, and it's a very different job and very different set of features than you would have if there is only 1 team or 2 teams. For PM to be successful, they need to have general PM soft and hard skills, customer insight and customer centricity, things like discovery, customer research, customer interviews, and also proficiency with data. We don't really require any SQL knowledge or things like that, but understanding feature funnels or retention and things like that. We are hiring for integrations team, and we want to for this position we want a CPM who has a little bit more experience with integrations or maybe technical knowledge, so he or she, they are comfortable with APIs, integrations, and more technical things. But we don't really look for ex-developers. It's not necessarily, but with some experience of integrations. PMs, we're again looking for PMs who not only can ship features, but also actually make the customer happy and make an impact on the business. So drive metrics like feature retention, or increase the conversions of the feature funnels. And for this position of PM and integrations team, we're looking for somebody who can set the strategy for how do we want to build the integrations. We do want to do more horizontal integrations, or build vertical integrations for specific use cases. So there is plenty of options that we need this person to come and actually decide, set the kind of vision, and also execute on this vision to help the Wrike grow even faster. I think working in Wrike product team is super enjoyable in the sense that everybody is super smart. You can learn so many things. For instance, working together with the growth unit, you can learn so much about growth loops and just any growth concepts, which is super exciting. Everybody's open to share ideas, and kind of when they join Wrike, they bring their knowledge from other companies, and we basically make each other stronger. Wrike is different again because of the transparency and also accountability that you can have, and basically the impact you can drive yourself. If you're smart, if you're responsible person, and you enjoy being responsible and accountable for driving impact. I think that's the most kind of exciting thing I saw in Wrike, and also I kind of realized, because you cannot see everything from outside, but I realized when I joined Wrike. So if you really you're excited about driving impact, I think Wrike is a great place to to be and to do that. We have basically two tracks, right? The teams are working on the current initiatives, and product managers, they are working on future things, future concepts, kind of ideas or experiments. So they have typically have discovery phase where they talk to customers, working closely with UX research team, with designers, kind of to understand the problems we want to solve. Then they converge on exact list of problems we're gonna tackle in the next potential quarter, and then they're working again closely with designers on the solution and engineering managers to shape and kind of converge the exact kind of scope of the initiative. And then it's typically broken down into milestones, and this is taken in development, and we again try to scope the milestones based on the bits and pieces of value we can release. For more kind of sophisticated and bigger, typically they're bigger customers who don't want to. Well, firstly, they oftentimes they want to participate in betas, but we also have this cool feature called labs, where PMs can ship sort of a beta release for kind of all customers, but they voluntarily they can enable or disable this feature. We also do once we enable the feature in labs, PMs collect feedback, improve their feature. They can launch it for broader audience to collect more feedback. And then typically, before the actual general availability launch, PMs are working very closely with marketing and sales to actually not only release the feature, but actually tell the market and tell the customers about this feature. So we have pretty solid and mature go-to-market processes, and sales teams enablement and customer success org enablement as well. So I think it's not only product managers and engineers, it's also designers who, it's sort of a triad when, everybody's trying to improve the product from their perspective and improve the potential increment that we're going to release. Everybody's very collaborative, and everybody, when everybody's aligned on the goal that we want to, drive this specific product or business metric, but we also, want to deliver the enjoyable and great customer experience. For PMs, it's important to tell kind of the story and also basically understand, do the research, do your homework, and understand why you're building this. What is your audience? What are you trying to drive? What goals are you trying to achieve? So when you have all of these pieces, you can tell the story and energize the developers and explain why. Because in Wrike, even developers, they are very excited about also the business goals, which I think is amazing. And when you have all of these pieces, it's very easy to sell this idea to development team, energize them, so they are super excited to build this. I think what at least happened to me a few more months. We because we're hiring for PM in integrations team, we don't have a PM leader there, and team with some support from my side and from other PMs, they are even they don't have a full-time PM, they're still trying to figure out, because they know business goals, they know product goals, they know our OKRs that we have for the quarter. They're trying to figure out how they can help, how can they build and improve the product. And a good kind of example of that, one of our engineers came to me and suggested an improvement for Slack integration. So we didn't have we have in product, we have this request forms feature, but we don't allow kind of to launch a request form from Slack. And he suggested to build this because he knew that it's sort of easy to build. And he understood that it actually aligned with the goals that we have for the quarter, and he suggested to take it into development. And he even looked into metrics, so how many users do we have in Slack, how we could potentially uplift this metric. And it was really amazing that developers are also excited about delivering value to our customers. In Wrike, Since in B2B, in B2B SaaS, there are so sort of few go-to-market models you typically have, and then we also in Wrike we have customer success team, sales teams, support teams, and also PM is collaborating not only with those folks, but because Wrike is super horizontal and big product, and we have like 25 or 30 product teams. PMs are working closely with different PMs in the unit and in other units as well, in crafting kind of the holistic experience for the customers. Our go-to-market team and customer success and sales teams, this organization is super mature. In comparison to smaller companies, PMs, even sometimes they have to do some customer success work. We don't see this in Wrike because customer success work, drives a huge part of our business in terms of, revenue and upsells and upgrades. And this is amazing because, for PMs, it's huge leverage to when they ship something, they can drive the business metric not only from, kind of feature announcements perspective, but also, from the tight collaboration with customer success org, to announce these features, to kind of promote these features through customer success org to their customer base. Even though we have, so many enterprise and big customers, we don't really do any custom development. There are a few. We always try to, when a request from a single customer comes in, we're always trying to weight in it against kind of the request backlog. We store it in kind of product management system. We weight in it against other requests, and also trying to we're looking for similar requests, commonalities. And if we understand that it doesn't really align with the strategy, it's not in our backlog, we wouldn't do that, even though it could be really huge customer, because it's basically taking our attention from what's important, and we don't really think this is a good approach for building a great SaaS business and product. I think the market is amazing for me. First of all, it's amazing market. It's super competitive, but also it's a market where we can strive and build differentiation as a product. I'm speaking from my product heart. Think about how we can win in this market. And build differentiation and basically sort of fight with our competition, which is, for me, it's very interesting and very amazing. You don't really it doesn't happen every day when you have such a great and big market, which is also growing super quickly. Secondly, I think it's people. People are very open, very friendly, very excited about what they do. They're energized, and this basically helps you and also the company kind of being even better every day. Wrike is an amazing company to join. Market is huge, market is growing. Wrike has an amazing team, and we actually build a great product. We have amazing plans, and I think it's a great time to join the company. So come in and join us.